You know, there are some places on Earth, just a handful really, where life, death, and divinity all come together in this incredibly open way. And today, we're going to take a journey to one of them, the Pashupatinath Temple. We're going to dive into its ancient history, its deep spiritual meaning, and really figure out what makes this place so unique, so different from anywhere else in the world.
So let me ask you, are you planning a trip to Nepal anytime soon? Thinking about seeing those majestic Himalayas? Well, if you are, there's one place that has got to be at the top of your list. And it doesn't matter if you're a devout pilgrim or just a curious traveler, this one's for you.
Yeah, this isn't just some beautiful old monument you take a picture of and leave. No. We are talking about a place with a kind of spiritual gravity. It just pulls people in from all over the world. It is the central hub, a real cornerstone of the Hindu faith.
So here we are. Welcome to Pashupatinath. It's right in the heart of Kathmandu, sitting on the banks of the holy Bagmati River. And you gotta understand, this isn't some dusty old relic of the past. Nope, this is a living, breathing UNESCO World Heritage Site. Just absolutely bustling with devotion, with culture, and wow, centuries of history.
Okay, so to put it simply, Pashupatinath is the single most important Hindu temple in all of Nepal, period. It's dedicated to Lord Shiva, the god of both destruction and transformation, which kind of gives you a little hint of its power, right? And it really is a place that draws in everyone. I mean, everyone from the most devout pilgrims to curious tourists and serious spiritual seekers. But to really get this place, we have to travel back in time. And I'm not talking about a recent building here. The roots of Pashupatinath, man, they stretch back over 1,500 years. It's this incredible mix of ancient myth and just jaw-droppingly beautiful architecture. So, what's in a name, right? Well, in this case, everything. The name Pashupati literally translates to Lord of all living beings. And that name, that's the key. It's the key to understanding the whole philosophy of the temple. It's all about that divine spark that exists in all of creation. And this divine origin story is just rooted in this amazing legend. They say that Lord Shiva himself was wandering through this very forest, but he was disguised as a golden deer. Well, the other gods tried to get him to come back to his duties, and there was this struggle, and one of his horns actually broke off and fell to the earth. That exact spot, that's what became the sacred ground for the temple we see today. How cool is that? So, from that incredible myth, the actual physical temple started to take shape. The very first building popped up way back in the 5th century, but that iconic pagoda style that we all recognize, with the glittering gold roof and those amazing silver doors, that was mostly built during the Malla dynasty. And get this, it never stopped growing. Today, it's this huge, sprawling complex with over 500 different temples and shrines. All right, so we've got this incredible history, this stunning architecture, but why? Why do millions of people travel, sometimes for weeks, to get to this one spot? What is it that makes this place the absolute center of the Hindu faith for so many? Well, for Hindus, Pashupatinath is way more than just a temple. It's the holiest site for Lord Shiva in the entire country. Pilgrims come here looking for blessings, for peace, and for the ultimate goal of moksha, which is, spiritual liberation from that endless cycle of rebirth. And it's also a deeply sacred cremation site. Performing the final rituals here on the riverbank is believed to help guide a soul on its final journey. Just to give you a sense of the scale we're talking about, think about this for a second. During the Mahashivaratri festival, it's a massive celebration for Lord Shiva. Over 1 million pilgrims flock here, from all over Nepal and India. 1 million people in one place for one festival. I mean, that is just an absolutely incredible display of faith. Okay, now, let's put ourselves there. Imagine you're a visitor. What do you actually see? What do you hear? Because this is not some quiet, sterile museum, not at all. It's a place that is literally buzzing with the sights and sounds of devotion, of life, and of death, all happening at the exact same time. You'll see these incredibly profound rituals, like the traditional Hindu cremations happening right there openly on the riverbank. You'll hear the sound of spiritual chanting, the constant ringing of bells. You'll see these holy men, they're called sadhus, and they're just deep in meditation. And all of this is happening surrounded by this ancient, incredible architecture, and a forest that's just full of monkeys and deer. It's a total sensory overload in the best possible way. So, if you're feeling inspired to maybe visit, and I really hope you are,
there are a couple of really important things you need to know before you go.
Okay, this is probably the single most important rule to know if you're not a Hindu visitor. Entry into the main temple building itself is for Hindus only. But listen, don't let that stop you. Seriously, the experience is still so incredibly rich. You can watch everything happening at the main temple from just across the holy Bagmati River, and you are totally free to explore the whole massive complex around it, all 500 plus of those other temples and shrines.
Now, there is an entry fee for foreigners, and that money goes right back into maintaining this incredible heritage site for future generations. For tourists and visitors from SAARC countries, it's 1,000 Nepali rupees, and if you're a Nepali citizen or a Hindu devotee, access is completely free.
You know, I think this quote just nails it. It captures the essence of Pashupatinath perfectly. It's a place where religion, culture, life, and death meet in one sacred space. Think about that. This isn't a place that hides from the full spectrum of what it means to be alive. It embraces every single part of it.
And, well, that really leaves us with a final thought to chew on, doesn't it? In our world, where we so often try to separate life from death, hide one away from the other, what can we learn from a place that so openly, so sacredly embraces both? What does that teach us about our own journey?